Yo, it's your boy Vega Bomber and welcome back to Vega Bomber Land. Alright, so it's the end of the year, and now what I've got to do is talk about everybody's favorite video. It's funny, people don't watch the best video as much as they watch my top 10 worst movies. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the worst movies of 2017. Now, I must warn you up front that these movies are so bad that I chose not to waste any money in my pocket. Anything I would have in my pocket, my wallet, I wouldn't even go look for couch change to go see any of these movies. These are movies that are so bad, either the trailer didn't sell me, the reviews didn't sell me, or I didn't meet anybody who actually said, yeah, this is a good movie, go see it. That's the criteria here. So these are all movies. Most of them I haven't seen because I won't waste money on movies that aren't good. You're not going to get my dollar. I'll wait till that mess comes out on Netflix and then I'll watch it when it's a bad, rainy day. But in terms of going to the theater, come on, y'all. Y'all know what's up. When you go to the theater, that's the experience, right? Because you're paying all that extra money for the high-priced popcorn and soda and stuff. So if I'm going to go to the theater, this movie better bring the goods, better deliver on the goods. Because if it doesn't, I'll be mad. But I won't let that happen because I've been watching movies for too long, and the ones that I know that I'm not going to like, I'm not going to go. I'm going to do research first if I'm even iffy on them before I go. So these movies then are so bad. I think I've seen a couple of these. Were so bad that I chose not to go see them. And if I did go see them, it was probably because I'm a fan of a certain actor, which, as you know, in Vega Bomber terms, I call that guilt by actor association, which means you go see a crap movie just because you like the actor, right? And that's just kind of almost a guilty pleasure thing. So anyway, let's get into the top 10 worst films that I wasn't about to waste any scratch on, except for the couple that I did, and I was not happy about it. At number 10, I almost hate to say it, but this one I did spend the money to see. Well, hell, it was January, there were no good movies out, and it's guilt by actor association, in this case, Jamie Foxx, in the movie Sleepless. Yeah, this movie, it shouldn't have been called Sleepless. It should have been called Sleepy, because when you start watching this movie, as soon as you start seeing the character beats, you were ready to go to sleep, because it was so boring. Some of the sequences didn't match up or line up with some of the setup that they gave you. This movie was just bad, and we just not used to seeing Jamie do really, really bad movies. He's done some mediocre movies, but this is bad. Yeah, and I saw this one, and this was one where, yeah, my wallet was going, yo, you could have spent that money on something better. And I'm like, yeah, I know. So it was just a Jamie Foxx thing. So at number 10, worst movies, 2017, Sleepless. And number 9 is actually a horror film. It is The Bye-Bye Man. Oh, gosh. So I wanted to read up on this one because, again, horror films are notoriously known for being really, really bad. And unless you're a horror Mike, you'll go see them anyway. But I won't. I only want to go see the cream of the crop. I don't want to just see anything because the horror genre has only recently started to win me over. But The Bye-Bye Man? No, this is ridiculous. I saw the trailer. The trailer wasn't anything that grabbed me at all. And then I tried to ask people that had seen it, and not one person would give it a vote of a thumbs up. So when I see that happen, that means I don't go. And I'm glad I didn't, because from what I did hear from the critics, they panned it completely, and they said, yeah, no, don't waste your time on this film. And I think they might have been right. And number 8, this one pains me to say this, because I do like biopics, and there was a great one a couple of years back with NWA in it. I love the way that one was done. But this one was All Eyes on Me, about Tupac, who shows up in that film as well. But this was a vehicle all for just Tupac and just for who he is and what he's done and the legacy he's left behind. I was interested enough to go. But again, people I know that went to it, no. And also reading the critics' review of it, I had to look very hard to find someone who liked it. And obviously, there's always that one biased fan that will say, oh, it was great, I don't know what everybody's talking about. Yeah, I didn't find that with this one, so I stayed the hell away. Now, if you've seen any of these movies, by the way, family. If you've seen any of these movies and I'm wrong about them, let me know which ones they are. And when they come out on Netflix or video, I'll go ahead and watch them. And then I'll make a video about movies that I panned in the theaters but saw on DVD, if they're any good. So that's the promise I'll make to you. So let me know. But I think having all eyes on me at 8 is probably not a bad thing. Number 7, how about let's just take a popular TV show that was an international hit as well as a local hit for a little while, I guess, and that is Baywatch. So yeah, we need comedies. There aren't any very funny comedies out there as much as they used to be. Now the comedies are either kids movies, or they're jokey slapstick, or they're just completely vulgar and you're supposed to just laugh because it's vulgar. And then there's a mix. Sometimes it's a slapstick vulgar type thing. But from what I understand, because once again, I saw the trailer was not enough to move me. And at the same time, everybody I know that saw it dissed it. They said, no way. And I tend to listen to my friends because friends don't let friends watch bad movies. So Baywatch, you're at number 7. And I could have went to it because I do like The Rock. Number 6, sticking with a theme here, was also a famous TV show back in the 70s, but this time in the 70s. And that movie was Chips. Now, see, I like Michael Pena. That would have almost been enough for me to go. But I just know there's something about trying to do 80s TV shows and 70s TV shows and even 90s TV shows. It's just played up for the IP. There's people who might go see it because of the intellectual property. There's a fan base. So, hey, let's put it out there. If we make it funny and put a character in there that people like, maybe it'll work. Yeah, no. You were not going to go get me to see Chips at all. Hell, I barely liked the regular TV show. But, no. No money. They got no money from me. Nary a dollar. And now we're at the top 5, in my mind, crappiest, sorriest, stay away from the theater movies ever. And at number 5, it's another installment of that 50 Shades, darker, gray, white, whatever the mess is. Again, I get it. I'm not the target audience. I think that's for the women that like to fantasize about, a man that's super rich will do crazy things to him. I don't fit that mold. I don't really even care. And all you can do is just try to put beautiful people in there. But I guess. But that's not enough to make me go see a film. And I know just from watching the trailer and not being the demographic, there was no way I was going to go see this movie, and I didn't. So, there, movie. How about that? And number 4, we're really getting pretty bad now, is a movie called The Circle. Now, I wanted to go see it because Tom Hanks was in it, and then, of course, John Boyega's in it. There's a couple of good stars in this particular film, but I guess The Circle means it just kind of ran around in circles and never really kind of came to anything that was a satisfying conclusion. And I guess plot threads were just kind of left dangling, and people that went and saw this movie were just, they were kind of scratching their head like, what did we just see? And so when that report came back to me, I made sure that The Circle also didn't get any change from me. Oh, wow. So here we are. These are the top 3 stinky, garbage, sewage-filled movies of 2017, and the top 3, and I don't know, these are all could be moved around, but number 3 is The Mummy. And first of all, I love the old movies that had like The Mummy, The Werewolf, Dracula, and Frankenstein, Boris Karloff, all those guys. I love those, but they were going to try to take The Mummy and make it be one of those movies that was going to kick off a universe of these monsters. Then they figured, well, let's just throw Tom Cruise in it because, if it's action and he's in it, people will love it. But no. The Mummy got too wrapped up, if you will, in doing things that basically made the plot stupid and basically incoherent, and nobody really had anything good to say about it. And even Tom Cruise couldn't save that film. What does that tell you about how stinky, how much garbage, how much influence of sewage was in this film? Yeah, I skipped it. And at number 2, I think anytime these movies get made, they'll always be in the top 3. That's Transformers: The Last Night. Okay, sure, Michael Bay builds a spectacle, people go see it, but at some point I hope people will wake up and stop supporting these films. I know you loved Transformers, the toys back in the 90s, 80s, whatever, but these do not make good movies, and he doesn't even try. So when the director doesn't try, just puts visuals and just says, we could put anything in here, that's just not good enough to get my ducats. You won't get my ducats building stuff like that. No. So I wouldn't go see this movie. I haven't seen any of them since after the second one. That was the last one I saw. So I don't feel like I'm hurting. And from everything I've heard and from everything the critics have said about it, it was pretty bad. Which makes me glad, because I didn't spend money on that movie. And boy, am I glad I didn't. All right. And the number one crappiest movie of 2017, where you just said, this really got passed? Somebody pitched this movie, and then other people actually agreed that this movie should be made? That would be the Emoji Movie. A movie about emojis. I don't care who's voice acting in this film and having poop emojis in it and everything like that. No, not on any universe would that be okay to make a movie about this. Now, they tried to make the Minions, and while that went $1 billion, the Minions movie didn't work either. It was kind of it was dumb. It was really dumb. It wasn't good as the Despicable Me movies, because they're just characters that make noises and they can't carry a whole movie. Well, can you imagine emojis trying to carry a whole movie? That's right, because you are smart, aren't you, movie-going audience? Yeah, you're smarter than that. And if you did go, I hope you saw it at the matinee so they didn't get your full ducats, because I'd be mad. I'd be mad if I bought a ticket to that movie. But don't worry, there was no way I was going to go see that movie. So anyway, that's my list of the worst movies of 2017. Can you think of some worse? Well, let me know in the comments section, and I'll meet you in the comments section. And yeah, maybe there are some things that were worse than these movies, but I didn't go see them, so you're going to tell me about it. It's your boy Vega Bomber, and I'm out. You?